Hello, and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we're back at the refugee cave in the Bellwood. We still need to do a couple things more for the refugees, and we are also looking for an end within the Balewood. So let us begin by helping the refugees. We need to scout the road, discover what are the enemies the orcs are facing, and destroy some of their torches so that they get to feel the cold as much as the poor refugees. So that's where we are going now. Okay, here we have those torches. Now I have a brief feeling that there are some remote quests around here. Not sure though. And since the torches are all over the place, I think we'll need to be fighting some of these orcs in any case. But yeah, this part of the Balewood is always really confusing for me. Like, you don't have a lot of indications of where to go, what to do, so... And as I was telling you on the previous episode, there's also a very narrow space. Not much room to maneuver, so... All in all, it's a very complex area. Go. Wood trolls besiege the roadway, delaying the orcs. And well, I'm not sure exactly what we did to get that to trigger in this location. We've seen the wood trolls, alright, but not in here. So this is what I meant when I was saying it's kinda confusing. Kinda hard to follow. We have found no sign of the orc leader, but the largest among the forts seem to know of him. The orc leader, you mean the one that we fought on the previous episode to free a Leotwald when we were attacked by Rottenheart? Or do you mean somebody else? Not sure, but since we only need to scout one more location alongside the road, let us do just that before coming back to the refugees. This is so great! I love being a warden. Now, this is supposedly the place we were looking for? What do we have here? The orcs appear to be transporting felled trees north along the road. Felled trees in Fangorn, that's a bad idea. Because the Bellwood is Fangorn, right? I mean, it's part of Fangorn, as you can see here. Of course, affected by Núrzum's winter, but still Fangorn.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
You bring good tidings, Beriathan. Any ill fortune that visits those creatures is all the better for us. Let us see how the orcs handle themselves now. I wager they shall find their troubles insurmountable without the warmth of their torches in this harsh climb. You may yet be able to stand against them, friend. If their carts are halted and they are beset by the wool trolls, there can be no greater time to bring their schemes to ruin. Let me ponder just a moment, for such dealings must be decided with haste.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
The orcs' numbers are great, but so are their travels. Surely a leader of some sort must be among them, and it is he who must be found. Perhaps this orc carries some sort of plan or orders, brutish as their kind may be. The forces of the White Hand chose a strange place to stage their assault of Byre Tor and the other holds of my kin. I am curious what their purpose here might be. I must admit, Beriathan, I am fearful that he may be guarded by the strongest of his number. If we are to learn the orcs' purposes here, we must discover any mischiefs he bears. But care must be taken lest you lay down your life foolishly. I would ask that you lure him from the road into the shadows, for it is there his death might go unnoticed. Take heed of my warning, Beriathan. We would surely be lost already without your aid, and be safe, friend.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Una tells me that you scouted the orcs' trail and came across their carts and trenching snow drifts along the road. I suppose those monsters are having just as lovely a time as we are. Do not confuse my amusement with sympathy, Beriathan. The orcs deserve any trouble that visits them here, as nothing will be enough to avenge Byre Tor and the people that we have lost to them and the giant. Now then, about those carts. The orcs are already slowed, but you are a hearty warden, are you not? If you can get close enough, set their carts ablaze. That should bring them to an utter halt. Yeah, sure. Ah, knew it. Cruel whips wielded by the White Hand could better serve the people of Wildermore by sweeping work riders off their mounts. If you were to gather their whips and tie them along the bases of nearby banners, it is possible the vile riders would not notice until far too late and be headed onto the hard ice below. Be hit. Okay. Onto the dark ice below. So yeah. Knew it. Knew it. There was an out-of-bestow quest somewhere around here. Ah, there are even more of this. Let us see what else we got here. Orcs of the White Hand press their invasion of Wildermore by utilizing an icy roadway through the Balewood. The orcs must be slain if any pieces to return to the Balewood. Alright. Oh, we also need to do something with the banners? Seems not. There we go. Maybe try and get some of these guys. Looking good. Looking good. Let us see. Great. Now. The only thing I'm not sure about is where to find the leader of these orcs. But I'm gonna worry about that as soon as I finish everything else. Like for example here. Oh, come on. Tie whips to white hand banners, okay. Like those white hand banners, I guess we can do that on our way back. You have found a heavily armored orc of Isengard who is certainly their leader. You mean that hardened Uruk? That can't be right. There are plenty of Uruks like this. No, this one is not it. Who exactly is that troll, that orc, sorry? Lawmore. Ah, okay, there he is. Okay. If an orc falls in the forest, I see what you're doing here. You pull a slightly damp missive from the orc's remains. You should look over the document before continuing your journey into the Balewood. You take the orc missive from Lomore's corpse. You should look over it before pressing on. And where is that missive? Is that on the loot? The loot bag? Hopefully. Yeah, smatched orders of Isengard. Thank you for letting me know of that. This match missive contains an extensive list of resources demanded from Wildermore by Isengard. Among this list is an extreme amount of lumber, a much needed material to fuel Saruman's forces at Orthanc. Beneath the nearly written message, there appears to be a hastily scrawled note, a product of a far less trained hand. It reads, "Send the small ones to make the first cut. Too many trees attacking our force. If the tree moves, leave the small ones, flee and find another. We lack the numbers and time for another incident. Never tell the wizard of this. Will not explain losing so many orcs while felling a tree. Do not wish to be the next lane. Sending hewers northeast of this position to a clearer area where the trees looked like trees. The wizard will have my head if we don't deliver the lumber to the fourth stage soon. You should return to Huna and seek his counsel on this matter before continuing your assault against the White Hand forces." Yeah, we're making our way back. We also need to... well, tie the whips to the banners. So we're gonna be doing that in just a moment. You have slain a significant number of orcs along the path. Their numbers will recover in time, but you have dealt them a harsh blow and slowed their assaults into the high knolls and witchshaws. Yeah, got what they deserved. Yeah. I can imagine this looking like a prank pulled out from the Home Alone movies. I can almost say it. So that looks like a lot of fun. Okay. Let us go back to this archer. That should be enough for him. And now let us pull some of these guys. Perfect. You have cleverly employed the enemy's cruel implements against their riders. The White Hand will be slowed in their advance into Wildermore, lest more of them meet their end on the forest's icy floor. Okay. So let us go back to the cave. Let us see.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Thank you for your aid, Beriathan. The orcs' resources have been stripped bare for now. We can only hope that it takes them much time to recover from the blow you have dealt them.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
So you have returned after all. We were beginning to worry that the orcs, well, no matter. You are with us once more, that is all that matters. Does hope yet remain? Tell us of your journey, Beriathan.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Well, what is this then? Trees against the orcs? Are you sure it speaks not of a tree like the one that battered the Uruk outside our cave? You have fared well against their numbers so far, that much is clear. Perhaps you should seek out these hewers and see if you can discover any of these trees they mention. For my part, I would like to believe a tree is just a tree, but this forest teems with queer things. Beva, Leotwald and I are safe for now. We have enough to survive on, and the warmth of this fire suits our ills. Worry not about following your charge, friend. Seek out aid in the forest, Beriathan. I just hope you find it for all of our sakes. Yeah, don't worry, I will. Now that you are safe and you can handle things on your own. Yeah, I'll take care of my own business. Viewers, okay. I'm not sure when will we get the chance of fighting Bark once again. I had hoped we could defeat all the warbands in Wildermore at least once each, but there are some warbands that haven't even spawned on the map for us, and as you can see, there are some others that are a little tricky. And you only need to do that, completing all the warbands, if you are doing the Survivors of Wildermore, that I don't think we will be doing. So we can leave that for another day, when we don't have our plate as full and we get the chance of tying things up in Wildermore. So for the time being, not gonna worry too much about that. These trolls, on the other hand, are a pain, so we'll see if we can avoid some of those trolls. Move on to our next destination. We need to defeat 6 hewers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. A bonus of sorts. Search the hewn glade for signs of horns or ents. I don't expect to have a lot of that. But before I forget, we also need to get the epic back on our log. You have come upon a field strewn with the corpses of orcs and what appear to be the remains of an Ent. An Ent lies laying among numerous orcs, one of which appear to be fleeing the battle. Okay. I think I remember what this is about. But yeah, Ents are very powerful beings, but even then, even they have their limits. I don't think we can get... Oh, we can! Cool, because that means we can take a better picture of this poor Ent felled by the orcs. Very well. Now let us try to get a few good angles, and now let us continue. The grim scene before you unfolded very recently, but in the distance you can see deep cracks in the snow that could only have been made by Ents, and a trail of more slain orcs leading deeper into the forest to the north. It appears the Ents have fled to the north. You should seek them out before any more harm can visit them. Find and talk to the Ents in the northern Balewood. Not the same location, we need to visit for the epic, of course these trolls. A friggin' pain to fight for that reason. That very reason, but... Oh. Drop me right in front of the horn, that's not cool. We're almost there. Yeah, this does ring a bell. Discovered Stonecliff. Oh, the Ents. Take a look at that. Glad to see you two are okay. Look great, guys. You're a sight to behold. You know that. Very well, let us continue. Whom? Not an orc, are you? Come to hack away at us, little one? The Ent raises a branch menacingly above its head before lowering it as you rush to store your weapons away. No, no, I suppose not. We have lost a friend this day. I can only hope that we have gained another. Little one. I find that the men outside the forest either say too much or far too little. So which is it for you? Too little then, I suppose. We shall see if that does not change, for a great many things have changed here. The forest has not been chilled such before. Yes, we have had winters and the cold has yet come, but this goes far beyond the simple changing of the seasons. When Tithenolf and I awoke, nothing was as I remembered it. There were times when I and the other Ents conversed at length, for there was much still to say, and even more time to say it. But now, the Entling Hollow has frozen solid. Our enemies set siege to the forest, and Leaflock slumbers, unable to tend the horns. Ah, to be free of such problems, and to think of better times. Is this a chance to see more of Green Wildermore? Come, we must travel to the Entling Hollow. Are you ready to follow, little one?
Sheltered from the evil that has taken hold of the forest, Barallas wishes to recall the days before Núrzum's coming, when the Ents once met at the Enting Hollow.
Seems not, but... We have made it, Beriathan. This forest has become so unfamiliar to me since Núrzum returned. Ah yes, he was here once before, little one, but then... he was different. What he gained in might, he lost in compassion for the creatures of this realm. Let us walk, and I shall tell you more of Núrzum and the men of this land. Interesting. Look what has become of this forest. We Ents once gathered here when the weather was fair, and we feared not such monsters in our midst. Ah, such days were a brighter time, Beriathan. My memories of those times are unrestrained. The only thing left... Let me tell you of those days long past. The only thing left untouched is this winter. I and the other Ents have gathered to meet at the Enting Hollow. Okay, well, we'll not get to see Green Willermore, but we do get to see the memory of the Ents, at least. So long has it been, my friends? Certainly it has. Ah, but Nindorn, how joyous that our paths cross again. And of course to see you. Barallas, Strongroot, Mossbeard, and Tithenolf. Tithenolf, your skill in slumbering through anything will never cease to astound me. I am dearly sorry, my friends. Some things never change. I too am glad to look upon you all again. But happenings in the forest have been troubling me as of late, as some of you surely know. Yes, but what have you say of them? The men have been coming closer to the forest. What of them, Strongroot? Mossbeard is right, these men have never risen against us. What have we to fear of them? Their horn and the noise it creates is proving a great trouble to the forest. It frightens the horns greatly, my friends. I doubt the men mean anything of it save to protect themselves of being as tiny as their eye. Would you not seek to do the same? The men will keep to themselves and live luck shall manage, as has always been so. Perhaps, Mossbeard, but perhaps not. This horn you speak of does us little harm. Matters of the Ents should concern only Ents, and likewise for these men. Let us avoid such unneeded conflicts, my friends. You are right, Nindorn. Such things should not bring forth more trouble for us. My worries are east. East? Did you not speak of your other concerns, Strongroot? The stone giant who wander about in our forest? Strongroot, you were not alone in seeing such a thing. I thought it was the only one who saw. The giant came down from the Misty Mountains. He wandered along in our forest and journeyed to the lands of the men before returning whence he came. As he fled, the horns sounding came again. He had suffered the wounds. I do not think he shall be seen again for fear of what the men may do on his return. Should not abide. Stone giant in the forest, he went with careful steps. The giant's wounds were severe. This is a matter between him and the man. It is not our place to involve ourselves, Duskleaf. You are wrong, Barallas. There are times when there is no choice but to act, and in your absence I will. Barallas' tales comes to a close. Interesting tale. Even with our conflicts, such times were better. Come, let us leave these memories behind. And so, little Warden, you have heard all I wish to say on this matter. Let us return to Stonecliff. Such an open space is a perilous place to remain. And so, little one, my tale ends. Let us speak of other things. Very interesting indeed. Duskleaf was right, Beriathan. I knew my mistake well once Núrzum carved his path under the canopy. I still hold out hope that the forest may be reclaimed, dim as it may be. The men under Horn have failed in comparison to such wanton destruction. Aside from Tithenolf, I have not seen the others since the awakening. I cannot help but wonder what has become of them. I worry greatly for Duskleaf. He is quick to action, and if he dared stand against Núrzum, I fear what horrors might have befallen him. If you would, let us talk of finding the others. It may be that you find such eagerness to aid us misplaced, or perhaps not. We shall see, little one. I slept long before this winter, little one. This wood has become so baleful, so hostile to my kind. When first I began to sleep, many Ents wandered this wood, but the monster pulled me from my slumber. Many of us are lost, slain by the forces that defile our forest. Others may have found refuge, or they may have not. I am too large to seek out the others without being discovered by my foes, but you can move through the forest much more freely. If you can, little one, seek out my kindred in the darkness. Perhaps some have returned to the Ending Hollow since winter's fall. The forest is not itself, friend. When Barallas and I awoke from our sleep, we did so in darkness and we awoke into violence. Such happenings are troubling, and I fear that Finglas cannot wake to aid us, for he had been becoming more and more treeish, so to speak, before our sleeping. The wood trolls carry us wherever our limbs carry us in this gloom, and the horns, they are unruly without Finglas' tending. They may be beyond saving, though I do not wish to believe it so. The wood trolls must have been affected by Núrzum's passing. I can only wonder what wounds he inflicted upon them to make them far more hostile than they already had been to my kind. Tithenolf heaves a heavy sigh. Seek out the wood trolls, and for the good of this forest, please return them to the earth. However, I would ask that you examine their remains, and perhaps then we can discover what has driven them to madness. Alrighty. Horns? We don't need to fight horns yet? Or do we? Seems we do. You have discovered horns of the Bellwood. In Núrzum's wake they have grown wild and a cruel chill reads their branches. They must be defeated for the safety of all that remain in the forest until Finglas can be roused to restore order. Okay. So we do need to defeat the horns. Examine remains of the trolls. Here we have another one. Oh, for God's sake. Goddamn stupid troll. Die. Stop bothering me and die. Christ. Okay, I almost forgot. Can you please die? God, there are a lot of this. We are missing 2 more of these trolls. But I think we can also fight some of the horns. Stop resisting me, for God's sake. Come over here. Yeah, thank you. The last one of them. Thank God. Talk to Tithenolf. Yeah. But let me continue with the other quests before going back to them. Let me also double check. Wildermore. Quest of the Bellwood, yeah, but I wanted to check if we don't have an explorer of the Bellwood. That's really weird. Hostile lands. Peaks of the High Knolls. Settlements of Wildermore, wilds of Wildermore, and blooming in the snow. Yeah, there is not explored in the Bellwood. That's weird. Pick up the High Knolls. We'll get to that later. We'll get the chance of doing that, and that would also complete settlements of Wildermore. Lift Locksmith. We are gonna discover that, and Robotocan as well. We're gonna discover those 2 throughout the Bellwood. So we will only be missing a couple of flowers for the blooming in the snow did. I think it might be worth doing that before we leave Wildermore and get some extra virtue XP. Knock a couple more deeds off our log. Sounds like a plan. There we go. You have defeated many unruly horns in the Balewood. None would have remained safe if the horns remained free to rampage through the wood. Okay, now I need to get up. And I'm not entirely sure how to get up there. But you can see the quest rank on the minimap. So we are kinda close, but not sure, maybe through here. Oh, who do we have here? Nindorn. Orcs, trolls, giants, and now a man. What brings you all here to disturb us? Barallas. He has awakened. I shall journey to him. But first, little one, I have a task for you. Nindorn has agreed to travel to Barallas' side. This winter has been cruel to my kind, Beriathan. When Núrzum came, many of the Ents remained still in slumber. But those of us that walked among the trees were faced with a great foe of our kind. The trees screamed to us for help. I hear their cries still. They did not understand. And Núrzum, we were so few, you could do nothing to stop him. We fled into the forest. All of us, save for Duskleaf. Such hasty decisions are unbefitting, I think. But he went forth. Núrzum struck him down, but his ending did not come. He fled into the forest and has avoided all of us since. I would ask that you try to convince our friend to return. Núrzum must be dealt with in time, and we will need all of our kind to stand against him. If Duskleaf is to be found, I would guess he is near the Ending Hollow, little one. Alrighty. Yeah. Putting the Ents in the picture is kinda tricky, but... well, there we go. Find a Duskleaf in the Ending Hollow? Okay. We're kinda close. Okay, yeah, we discovered that when we went here with Barallas. Well, we were kinda close, that is at least convenient. Search for Duskleaf. Anything hollow? Are you sure? I'm starting to think that maybe the quest tracker is not the best. There must a precise help. Start working presses the silence as an Ent lumbers forward. Oh no, yeah. Oh god, look for Duskleaf. He looks terrible. Oh, I'm so sorry. He looks really menacing too. Another little one come to hack at my branches. You dare speak to me of rejoining the others. It matters not where we choose to plant ourselves if nothing is to be done. This forest is death. They are too weak to act. But I am not. I am one to smother any invader of these woods beneath the snow. I'll bury you as he buried us? I have done nothing to you. Maddened by the pain Núrzum inflicted, Duskleaf was beyond saving. You must tell Nindorn what has happened. Yeah, didn't look to have... didn't seem to be much hope for him. Let us see. Helm of Fate, heavy armor. And this is medium armor. Okay, kinda nice. Maybe we can find some use for that. Not yet, we need to hit level 86 first, but we can check that later. So he was lost to madness. Tragic, my friend. Núrzum's rampage hit his mind long ago then. You made the only choice you could, little one. As impatient as Quickbin that one was, but bold nonetheless. I will miss him greatly. Thank you for telling me of these happenings, Beriathan. I will return to Barallas now. Okay, let us look really quick for Strongroot. Nindorn begins his journey back to Barallas, and the others, yeah. But we need to find Strongroot. Hope we have enough time to find him and help him so that we can also go back to Barallas at the Stonecliff. Let us make haste. Of course it will. They never let you be. This is back to the Stonecliff, but I don't want to go back there yet. So let me make haste. I'm gonna try something though. You might have seen I have started my progress with these finely wrought torches. I have plenty of anniversary tokens. Well, not plenty. You're too busy to do that right now. What a shame. Not plenty of them, but enough. I bartered some tokens with other characters. I was able to get enough torches to unlock the skill for that. So, well, the Bellwood is really dark at night, so I want to see how this exactly works. Although walking around the wood with fire in my hand doesn't seem to be the greatest of ideas. I can't imagine the Ents or the Horns being particularly thrilled about it. But at least now they have a reason to attack me. I wouldn't expect you to be able to fight with this, but who knows what you can or can't do. The only downside to this is that if you switch to first person view, the lightning effect is lost, which is a pity. Really, but not much you can do, I guess. And what are you doing here? Barallas is safe, you say? Very well. I shall return to his side in my own time. I must remain far from the orcs lest they find me here like my fellows. While I begin my journey, I would ask your aid on another matter. Barallas is a wise Ent, and he is my elder. However, many are elders to us, for us young Ents are all that remain here. My bark looks old and withered, you say? Old, my small friend, may still be young to us. The monster, Núrzum, has been a cause of great destruction to my friends in this forest. The cries of the trees as he pulled them from the earth is not something I long to hear again. His assault on this forest was swift and brutal, and many of his damages remain still. Along the side of that twisted path through the forest that the orcs defiled with their crude machinery, you will find his handiwork smashed into the earth. If you search for signs of his destruction, I would ask that you examine them, for strange things have been cropping up in this forest as of late, and none of them good. Okay. Let us look for that. But yeah, having the current torch, it's neat, really neat. As you get to illuminate your path, you're fighting with a torch. Well, that looks fun. Near the sites of the stone's influence, foul roots have sprouted from the frozen earth. Unless they are slashed, these roots will continue to trip and strangle passers-by and pose a threat to the future of the Bellwood and Fangorn. Well, we're gonna be fighting. It looks kinda neat, but at the same time, I'd much rather have my own weapons, be fighting with my own weapons. Come on. Stupid invisible wall. Get out of the way. What is the purpose of an invisible wall there? I truly don't get it. Oh, come on. Yeah, now I remember what I'm not a fan of the Balewood. Okay, I see the stone we're looking for. There are a few more roots over here. You have hewn many roots of the Balewood and have guarded the other trees of this wood from Núrzum and the foul influence of the stone he wears upon his back. You have found an icy boulder that has impacted the ground deeply. Such strength that was beyond that of a giant. Looking for now? This one in here. This looks sick. I mean, I'm not a fan of wood trolls, not a fan of Núrzum either, but I think he did us all a favor by impaling these dragon trolls with eyes. You have encountered a shard of ice upon which Núrzum has impaled several wood trolls. Yeah, it's kinda gross. Brutal as well, of course, but my god, do I hate those wood trolls. You have discovered a huge crack in the Bellwood's earth, surely caused by Núrzum stomping. Well, it seems we can go back to Strongroot now. Right on time, I would say. Perhaps there is more to this monster than we thought. Such strength is uncommon even for a giant of stone, and that foul root sprang from the earth amid his havoc. This is odd indeed. Odd and gravely unsettling. Beriathan, we must speak of what is to be done to learn more of this monster, lest any hasty action be taken. Alright, worsted level 53. Strongroot agrees to return to Barallas, and the others... we're not that far, right, from the Stonecliff. So this is gonna be really short, gonna complete these 2 quests and call it a day. So bear with me just a little bit longer, we're almost there. The 4 Ents are in here. Well, let us talk to Barallas. Oh, wait. Let us talk to Tithenolf first. You ask if this is the work of the cold? I have seen many a winter, little one, and this is not the craft of merely a chill in the forest. I never thought to see the return of my friends, Beriathan, not with all that has occurred. Thank you for bringing them to my side once again, little one. Okay, so yeah, we need to continue looking for another Ent, it seems, but that will need to wait for the next episode. For the time being, this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.